welcome for this new tutorial. On the video with the AI companion, I got a command from Nofaldi which says, can you do a video about health bar and damage system? For example, the wolf has attack damage of 4 to 6 and the deer has certain HP, showing the health bar on top of the deer, just so that the wolf wouldn't always do one hit KO. So today we will work on this. If you have any suggestion on stuff that you would like to see, please let me know in the comment section, I will check it out and make a video about it. And for us, we will go in Unreal. Okay, here is what we have created last time. We have the wolf that follows us and we can ask the wolf to attack a deer. Okay, it's going and attacking the deer. And when it touches the deer, it actually one-shots. We'll give some health to the deer, we'll start by doing that, and then we will make the wolf do some damage. We'll keep this, we'll need this later, and we will add a variable. We'll call this health. It will be a float. Compile and save. We can also add something called max health. The max health will be useful for the widget to show the health bar of the deer. We need that. We'll compile and set the max health to be 100. And this will be, we'll rename this to current health. Do not mess it up. And we'll put 100 as well. We could also go into the construction script and get the max health and just set the current health just to be sure that when I set up the max health, for example, if I set it up to 125, it will set the current health to 125, even if I didn't change this one, so I can leave this one to 0, it will be good. I'll just put back this one to 100. Okay, so now our deer have some health. Now we can use a node, very cool, which is event, which is an event, is the event any damage. You can see that this event will trigger when the actor gets damage. And we have different steps that you can use. We have the damage, which will be the amount of damage that this actor receives. We have the damage type that you can create. You can match damage type to electric. And if my attack is an electric attack, and I receive the damage electric, of type electric, I can show some visual effect of electricity around my character. We have the instigated by to know which player controller did the damage, and we have the damage causer, which is the actor, which will be the blueprint wolf for us. We'll get our current health, and we will reduce, we'll subtract with the damage. So now my health is going down. I need to set the current health. Up. Now we'll do less equals 0. If it's less or equals to 0, if it's true, I will be dead. So I can call the kill deer. And if it's false, I will kill the deer and I will set the current health to be 0 to make sure that we don't go below 0. Just to keep it clean. And if it's false, we have actually nothing to do. In here, we will just play an animation. We will do a play montage for that. So the mesh will be this, and the montage to play will be gonna go into the animal variety pack, deer and stag animation. This is the animation. I'm gonna just create a montage. I'll right click and go into create and create an animation montage. Call this AM hit. I'm gonna select the montage, it will be this. I can click on this. And when I start playing the montage, I will set up a boolean to make sure that I don't get hit twice. I will get hit one time, I will play the animation hit. I will not be able to take any more damage until the animation is done. Let's set this to true. So it should be invincible. And then when it's completed or interrupted, I will make it false. So now to make sure I don't get touched when I'm actually invincible, let me just take this and put it under. I'll just add a branch. Let's put invincible. And if I'm not into an invisibility frame, I will do all this checkup. So now I cannot get hit twice. I will compile and save. Now everything is set up for the deer. If I get any damage, if I'm not invincible, I will get damage. And if I'm below 0, I will get killed. And if I'm above 0, I will just play a montage that I'm getting hit. Let's compile and save. Let me just check in here that we have the default slot to play a montage. I'm actually not sure. Yes, there is not. So we'll use default slot. So that now we can actually use an animation montage. And this will work. Let's make this as a variable. It will be montage to play. We'll do it montage. Now for the dir tag, it will be the dir tag, and for the do, I'm gonna go into the construction script, and I'm just gonna set montage to it montage. It will be the dir do. Up. Should be working. Okay, perfect. Now everything is handled for the dir. Now we're gonna go into the wolf. I just want to go and check this attack because I have an issue with this attack. I'm gonna remove the root motion. I have the attack and you have this kill dir. We are not gonna use this kill dir. Do this yet. This will be an issue we will see after. So this was, I will check and kill the target. If I actually touch the dir, I cast to the BP dir, and if it's the dir, that means I touch it, I can do a damage. And we will use the apply damage. We can use any of the damage. The point damage will add some force into the damage. We don't want to do that. This can be useful for a grenade, for example. But we're just going to do the simple apply damage. And we can see we have all of the stuff that we saw into the dir. We have the same. Let me just plug this. Let's change the base damage. The base damage will be between 4 and 6, so I will do a random range, random integer in range. I can do the minimum 4 and the maximum to be 6. I will put that into the base damage. Now that's perfect. We are gonna check that is the deer actually dead. If the deer is dead, up. If it's dead, we will do this. But we don't keep chasing it. The target is dead, so we can just put the value back to nothing into the blackboard. Let's check it out. I'm just gonna... We will see if it's working. It asks the wolf to attack this deer. It's kind of working. Let me go and change some stuff into the deer. I'm gonna change the boolean to be this damage because I will use it into the blackboard. Because I want the deer to stop moving when it gets touched. I'm gonna go into my blackboard and I'm gonna add a new boolean. This damage. And we will set this boolean by using this. So let's get this. And I just change the key that I'm using. I will promote this to a variable and it will be called isDamage E. Okay. I can compile and change this to isDamage. Did I add the D? Yes, I'm gonna copy to make sure I don't mess it up. Okay, now I can set this one to be false. Compile and save. Now we'll go into my behavior tree of the deer. And we can now use it. I will just do the same as the isDead. So I would want, if I want to go in this one and in this one, isDamage has to be not set. So I'm gonna just add a decorator of type blackboard. I will just put it on top. And I will change it to is damage. And we will abort self if I'm actually damaged. Okay. I'm gonna do the same to the room around. We'll add the decorator blackboard. Is there, I'll put it on top. Self and is damage. Let's change the health of the deer because 100 is way too much. As I'm making between 4 and 6 damage. I will give him 16 health. File and save. And I would like... I will add some print to be sure everything is working well. Let's print. I'm damaged. Okay. And I would say I'm hit. Okay, compile and save, and let's check it out. The wolf is totally bugged. I'll just add a little weight there at the end of 0.5 to make sure the wolf actually has the time to attack. Otherwise, it's just doing this over and over and doesn't have the time to attack. So let's just do it like that. There is an issue with the deer as well. Let's make sure the wolf actually works. It's kind of working. Let me check why it's not working at the beginning. Yeah, because it has to be not set up. Otherwise it's obviously not working. Okay, let's get back. Now the wolf is going. Actually touching. Is it touching? I'm hit. Oh. What's going on? Okay. Okay. Let's go attack. It's kind of working, but it's weird. This is probably too fast. Let's put 0.5. Ah, this I was putting it at true, so it's not working. I have to put false. Be better now. Well, the wolf is actually spamming, but it's working. It's working now. I'm just gonna increase the behavior tree, the weight. Put 1.5. I don't really want the wolf to just be attacking. I would like the deer to be able to escape. Yes. You see, it's nice. Now let's add the widget. We are gonna go and create a widget folder. New folder called widgets. Go to new folder, we'll call that enemy widget. Or just enemy, it's okay. And we're gonna create a user interface, a widget blueprint. Into this widget blueprint, we want this to be a user widget. Select. This W for widget health bar. And we're just gonna add a progress bar. We like the field to be green because it's a health bar. You can change the percentage, and the percentage will show the health of the... If I'm at 1, the health bar is full. And when I decrease until 0, 0 will be no more health. We'll create a binding because we need to set up this value. We'll actually create a new variable called, we'll call this variable enemy pawn, which will be an actor. We will make it exponent spawn and instance editable. Now we can go into the get percent. I will get the enemy pawn. I will cast to BP deer. And now I can get the health, the current health, and the max health. That's why we have the max health to create our percentage. So we'll do current health divided by the max health. Put that into the percentage. Up. And it should be working now. The health bar will be working, the percentage will change with the health of our deer. Now let's go into the deer and let's show the health bar. We'll add a widget component. We put it on top of the deer. We'll call this health bar. We can use the widget class in here and we'll use the health bar. And if I go into the viewport, we'll just use this as a reference to check the drawer size. You can see that it's way too big. So we'll reduce this drawer size maybe to 150 for the X, and for the Y something like 15, 20. Okay, this looks good. Maybe we'll put it on top of his head. Like that. Okay, it should be okay. I'm just gonna remove the widget there. I just want to add it with the event begin play. I will get this. I will create a widget because I want to set up the enemy blueprint. I will use my widget health bar, and now I have my enemy pawn that I can actually get a reference to self. I can get my current health and my max health of the deer. And now we'll just do set widget up, plug this and plug this into the widget, compile and save, and now we have the health bar now. If I go and ask the wolf to attack, we can see that the deer lose some health, but we have one issue. The widget only showed when it's in front of the character. Actually, we would like the widget to turn and always face the character. Otherwise, we cannot really see it. To do that, we will make sure that the health bar is always looking at the player. We're just gonna, as we only have one player, it should be easy. If we have multiple players, it should be a little bit more complicated. So let's get into our blueprint third person. I'm gonna just add a tag. I already have a tag player, so that's good. And I'm gonna use this tag into the blueprint here. Get all actor with tag. Use the tag player, and as we only have one player, we can just do a get a copy of the first one, and we'll promote this to a variable. Auto variable. This will be, just gonna rename. This variable will be our character. And now we can rotate the widget to always look at the character. Let's go into our event tick. I would like to keep this there, so I'm gonna add a sequence. I will do that, and after that I will get the character. We will use the find look at a rotation. The target, the start will be the health bar. Get a location. Use the world location. And the target will be the character. Get a location, get actor location. Now we'll get the rotation that we need for the health bar to be looking at the character. So we can just set now the rotation of the health bar. Get the health bar, set rotation. We set the world rotation. Yep. Plug this in here, and we'll use this rotation. And now the widget should be always facing the character. As you can see, we can see all of the health bar. Every health bar is looking at the character. If I'm moving, the health bar will be moving also. So that's pretty nice. One thing I would like to do is not to show the health bar all the time. I would like the health bar to only show when it gets hit. So we'll do that, and it will be finish. So let's get into our deer. And now we go into the health bar, into the widget component, and there will be a visible. In here, the rendering, we'll set it to false. And now we can go in here, and when it's actually damage, we'll get the health bar and we'll set the visibility to be true. And when the deer is dead, we'll set the visibility to be false. Okay, it's working. You can see that the deer got damage. So we can see the health bar when the deer get damage. And when it's dead, we cannot see the health bar anymore. That's it. I'm gonna randomize the max health. So every deer will have a different max health. We'll set it up and then we will set the current health to be that max health. Let's use the random. We can use a random float actually. Float in range from maybe 20 to 40. Okay. File and save. Now every deer will have a different HP. Okay, there's just one thing I would like to do, because we can see that the wolf is attacking the deer, but the deer is just not responding to anything. It's just showing the hit attack. But I would like the deer to be running, to be scared. And we will use the scared like this. So when we get damage, we put this to be scared. You can see? It was not scared, then the wolf attacked the deer, and the deer is scared now. So the wolf can touch from very far away. And here we go. Everything is working as expected. That's it for today. I hope you got all the information that you need to make it work in your game. For us, it's working perfectly fine. Let me know if there is any feature that you want to see in the game. I will implement it and I will make a tutorial about it. And if you got all the information that you need, please leave a like and subscribe if you don't want to miss the next video. If you want to see how I made the wolf companion, you can check this video where I explain everything on how to make the wolf follow the character, the deer get scared and stuff like that. Everything is in there. And for us, it's done for today and we will see each other next week.